Hello and welcome to Tuesday's edition of Cracking the Cryptic, where I don't know what's going on, but this puzzle, which I think is a brand new puzzle, it's called Duplicates by blackjackfitz. We have been inundated with recommendations and demands that we need to try this puzzle. Many of you saying that this is your favourite puzzle that has appeared this year so far. And blackjackfitz, I love it when new constructors emerge in the world of Sudoku and just make these huge waves straight away. And that is apparently what blackjackfitz is doing. I only did a blackjackfitz puzzle on the channel a few days ago, I think. But anyway, I've got to do this one, and I'm very happy to do it. And I don't know whether this is a Sudoku even. It looks like a Sudoku, but I've read the rules. And well, you can certainly duplicate digits in rows and columns in this puzzle. So it's not a normal Sudoku by any manner or means. And I'll read you the rules in a moment or two's time. I've got things to tell you about first. Let's start with the fact that we are streaming tonight. I'm a bit nervous about this, but I'm really looking forward to trying as well. This game, Islands of Insight, which I think could be, I mean, it's as if it's been made for Cracking the Cryptic. It's sort of a Witness-esque game, frankly, with 10,000 puzzles in it. The only question is whether my motion sickness will allow me to play it for long enough to make the streams worthwhile, and I suppose also whether my computer can handle it, because I think it's graphically quite intense. But yeah, this is what we're going to be doing. 10 o'clock tonight, UK time. Love to have your company and hope to see some of you there. So that's the first thing. Second thing, over on Patreon, my solve of Emre Kalotoglu's region geometry went up this morning. Lots of you commenting on that already. And I'd actually forgotten this when I've been talking about that puzzle. It's a 3-hour, 36-minute solve, just to give you the context. And I forgot that I'd actually had an email from Emre Kalotoglu saying, don't do this in a video, it's far too difficult. Yeah, and that is true. That is true. I looked it up. Yeah, I mean, it was a while ago, obviously, because the puzzle is quite old. But Emre himself had actually said, no, this is too difficult. And I'd forgotten that when I attempted the puzzle. But it's, yeah, it is very, very, very hard. And that's why it's over on Patreon. We'll see what the reaction's like there as to whether it ever makes an appearance on the main channel. I doubt it, but if you really like really long Sudoku videos, you can watch it. Other than that, of course, over on Patreon we've got our monthly competition, so do check that out. And I was delighted to get an email and a message indeed from Dean Mayer. I also made a crossword video which is over on Patreon, and Dean himself seemed really pleased with that video, so I was chuffed about that. Anyway, what else can I tell you? I've got a birthday to do. Let's do a birthday. Ryan, it's your birthday today, and I know this because your friend Christopher wrote and told us. And apparently, Ryan, you stream adventure games on Twitch with your sister. Maybe you've streamed what's it called? Islands of Insight or something. I don't know. And Christopher didn't tell me what your Twitch name was. Maybe it's just Ryan. But anyway, Ryan, I hope you have an absolutely brilliant birthday today with, of course, a large slice of heavily iced chocolate cake. And with that said and done, I get to do some solving. Let's have a look at the rules of duplicates and see why blackjackfitz's puzzle has been so recommended. These are the rules. Place the digits from 1 to 9 in every cell. I don't think it. I'm immediately going to stop and say I don't think it means that. I don't think it means put all of the numbers 1 to 9 in every cell, even though that's what it seems to say. I think that means we have to put one digit in each cell that is selected from the digits 1 to 9. For every row n and column n, there are exactly n unique digits present. The remaining cells are filled with duplicates. E.g., row 3 could be filled with 1, 2, 7. Oh, 1, 2, 7. 1, 2, 7, 7, 7, 7. Yeah, okay. So I think right. All that's saying is that in row 3, because row 3 needs to have 3 different numbers in it, is how I read that. There should be 3 unique digits in row 3. So in row 4 there should be 4 unique digits. In row 5 there will be 5 unique digits. And that applies in the columns as well. So in column 5 there will be 5 unique digits. That is truly weird. Digits in a cage. Digits in a cage do not repeat. So that's probably going to be very important. And sum to the number in the top left corner of the cage if given. So these are normal killer Sudoku cages. Digits separated by a white dot are consecutive, so they're normal white dots. And digits separated by a blue diamond are duplicates, i.e. the same. Not all dots or diamonds are given. Right, so we know that some of these numbers are the same. And that's all the rules. Do have a go. I think this has got 4 stars out of 5 for difficulty, so it's probably not terribly easy. But the way to play is to click the link under the video as usual. And now I get to play. Let's get cracking. So we're told that row 1 and column 1 all have the same digit in, aren't we? Because they should have 1 unique digit. So all of these numbers are the same. But we don't know what that number is. Do we? No. No, I was wondering if we could do something with the overlap with the 17 and the 18 cage. No, you really can't, because I was thinking, could that be a 1? But it really can be. Especially as there's no restriction in this part. Oh no, we can't double 9. You can't put 2 9s in the same cage. No, all the digits in cages have to be different, but still that could be a 1. It could be a 1 with an 8 and a 9. Yeah, so perhaps I think what we're going to have to do is to colour. I mean, all of those digits are the same. That's what we can say ab initio. And we now know these two are different from green. What else do we know? I was looking at the instructions there, trying to... Well, okay. I know that in row 2 there are 2 different digits, aren't there? And they must be the same as those 2 digits. One of which must be green, because green has already appeared in row 2. So there is a green and a new colour here. And a green and a new colour there, because they have to be the 2 individual digits that appear in row 2. But I don't know which of these is green, do I? Or do I, actually? Oh, I do. Yeah, that's clever. Right. Okay, so this is the crucial digit, I think. Or the crucial cell. Yeah, the point is that all 3 of these digits are different because these are all in a cage together. So, right, okay, so I see how this works now. So what we know is that this domino contains the 2 individual digits for row 2, one of which is green and one of which we need a new colour for. So let's make it blue. Now in this column, we know that these 2 digits are going to be green, because one of green has already appeared in column 2, and a unique digit. Now, if that unique digit was, if this was blue, then we know this is green, and we know this needs to be green or blue, and therefore it would repeat in the cage. Isn't that weird? So actually we know that is green, we know this is blue, we know this is a new colour which we haven't discovered yet, we will call that orange. And now the rest of this row is blue and green, and the rest of this column is green and orange. And this is some new colour that we haven't identified yet. And we will make this... Well, these are the decisions, aren't they? Should we make it purple? Let's make it purple. Right. So now row 3, we actually know what row 3's colours are. They are green, orange and purple. But we... Oh, and the same is true for for column 3. Sorry, I've sort of... Oh, I see. Okay, so these 2 digits are now orange and purple, I'm going to claim. Oh, I know, I don't like it when I've got orange and purple in the same cell. I can't see the difference between these. I'm going to change purple and make it grey. That's much better. Okay, sorry. It's just when I flash a cell with purple and orange, I can hardly see the difference. Yes, and sorry, these are orange and now grey. They're orange and grey because I know one of these is green already. So although green can go in row 3, if I put green in here, it will repeat within this cage, and that's not allowed by the rules. Right, so is that the same for this 20 cage? This 20 cage already has green and orange in it. So in this column, these squares have got to be blue and grey. Oh, and that's a dot. A white dot is just telling us that this colour is different from this colour. And these 3 digits... okay, those 3 digits are 1 each of green, blue and grey. Green, blue and grey. This digit... Oh, I don't know. Well, hang on, I've only got... Right, I see. This is a new colour. Because at the moment, I've only used 4 colours. I've used green, blue, orange and grey. And I know that those are the colours that are going to complete row 3 and column 3. So that means these 2 cells here are from the 4 colours that we've identified in the puzzle. And in this sort of V pentomino now, I've therefore used all of the 4 colours I've currently got. And so this is a new colour. Now, what does that mean? So that colour... Oh, I've got something else. I was trying to look at this cage and I've just seen something in these 2 squares. These 2 squares already have green in, so these can't be green. So those are both blue. So these 2 squares... okay. So these are orange and grey because they can't be green. But now I know that orange and grey differ in value from each other by 1, because if we look at the composition of the 17 cage and the 18 cage, they've both got green and blue in, and this has got green and blue in. So the difference between 17 and 18 is entirely accounted for by whichever one of these, well, by the difference between orange and grey. So, I was going to say that. No, I don't know. I mean, I know this is either green, orange or grey. I've just got to put Sudoku out of my head in this puzzle. You can't do this by Sudoku. It doesn't work. I keep looking at this saying, well, if that's blue, doesn't that mean that's green? And it doesn't at all. Well, that one. That one is the same as this one. So that's orange or grey by dint of the purple diamond thingy. So if... this is so confusing. Yeah, I don't know. I've got to have 2 new colours over here that are not. Okay, but one of those could be red. So, So I've used green, blue, orange and grey, and they are in those cells. And I've introduced red as a 5th colour. But these 2 digits have to be different from my 4 current colours, don't they? So these are 2 new colours. 1, 2. I'm only allowed 4 different colours in this row. So I've got green, I've got these 2, that's 3. Ah, no, hang on, a different way of looking at it. I've got these 3. I know, but they can repeat. Oh. I don't know. This is so confusing. And that one's the same as that one. What on earth am I meant to do here? Apologies if you can see it. I mean, I can well believe that people can understand this very quickly. But I do not. I mean, I feel like one of these must be red, but I'm not sure it's necessarily true. I mean, if we had red, green, and these were 2 new colours. Oh, no, actually. I know the colour of this is green, blue or grey. And the colour of this is green, orange or grey. So, one of these is green, definitely. These 2 cells, my phone is buzzing at me, that's fine. These 2 cells are not green, blue or grey. And how many? I'm only allowed 4 different colours in this column, aren't I? But one of these could be red. One of these could be red. And the other one, or could it be orange? Does it have to be orange? I don't know. 1, 2, 3. Oh, God, I need to think more clearly about this somehow. I'm just getting confused with all the colours. How am I meant to view this in such a way that it's actually clear what on earth is going on? I know that these 4 digits are definitely the same as those 4 digits, aren't they? But I just don't know the order of them, or at least I don't think I know the order of them. If I've also got 3 digits here that all have to be different. But of course they can just repeat these digits. Yeah, that's... Oh, is it something to do with... Oh, I know what it'll be. Right, I've had a different idea altogether. I'm going to ignore the bit of this. I can't figure this out. I'm going to go to the final column of the grid and the final row of the grid. Because don't they all have to be... Now, everything, they've got to have 9 unique digits. We can't repeat green in this column, which means that's become green. We can't repeat orange in this... Sorry, can't repeat green in this row, so that becomes orange, and then that's got to be different. We can't repeat green, so that's got to be either blue or grey. Right. Okay, has that helped? Well, one point I'm seeing there is in... Oh, it's the same here. Ah, okay, I've got something here. That's green. Because in row 8, I've got to have 8 unique digits, which means I can only have one repeated digit. And I've found that repeated digit. Look, those two are both green. So that can't be green as well, or I couldn't have 8 unique digits in this row. So that's not green, and now my green that has to exist in these 3 squares is exactly there. Now, the thing that's so weird about this though is that it doesn't tell me what this is at all. How does that ever get resolved? No, you almost feel that from a uniqueness perspective that's going to have to be orange, but I don't know. Or okay, I suppose if these were proved to have some number of unique digits in that wouldn't allow this to be orange, that's the other way that'll get resolved. Okay, I can see how that might get resolved actually. Now, okay, that doesn't work in column 8 as well, unfortunately. Okay. Oh, that's interesting. These 2 digits have to add up to 11, I think. Because if we look at the panoply of digits that add up to 20, they are green, orange, blue and grey. Well, that's the same as those 4. These are the same digits. So the difference between a 31 cage and a 20 cage is 11. So these add up to 11. Oh, I see. Right, okay, that's going to be important in other places, isn't it? Yeah. I can't see how to do this, but I'm wondering about the 17 and the 18 cage actually. I mean, if this was green, blue, orange, for example, it would differ from this by the value of grey, and that would make grey 3. And it would make this one blue, sorry, green, blue, I can't remember what I said now, maybe grey, and the difference between this and this would be, so okay, so they're 2 and 3. These 2 digits, so orange and grey are 2 and 3, because that must be how the difference is accounted for between either 17 and 18 and 20. So these are 2s and 3s wherever they occur. Oh, that one might not be, but this is a 2-3 pair. This is a 2-3 pair. That is a 2 or a 3. So that digit, I want to do Sudoku on it. Right, well, I can nearly do Sudoku on it, I think, because I think from a colouring perspective, this digit is either green or it's orange or grey again. Now, if it was green, green's maximum value then would be 4, and 4 plus 3 is only 7, and we couldn't possibly make this add up to enough. Blue would have to be 11. That's not going to work. So this has to be blue or grey. And that makes sense because we'd worked out that blue and grey differed from each other in value by 1 anyway. So all of these are 2s and 3s. And that's probably important for some reason I don't understand. Now, one of these is red, isn't it? In fact, because if it's not red, these digits are not the same as these digits. Sorry, these digits are the same as these digits, but these digits are not. because we've already had green, blue, grey and orange in the 31 cage. So these have to be 2 new digits that haven't, well, they might be this digit, but they're definitely not these 2 digits. So if this was a 3rd new digit and wasn't repeated in here, we'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 digits in row 4, and that's too many digits. So red is one of these digits, along with some new colour that we don't know. So these are red and... Can I get away with purple? Yeah, if I marry those up, is that going to look horrible? No, that's much less offensive to my eyes, weirdly, than orange and purple was. So we'll go for red here. One of these is red, one of these is purple. And now in this row, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4 colours. That is definite. Okay. And that means... Can we repeat that trick on this column then? These are 3 different digits. If neither of these was red, if these were 2 new digits, then we'd have 5 digits in the column, definitely. So they're definitely not 2 new digits. What about if they were red, which has already appeared, and some... So what about if they were red and yellow, for example? We'd have 2 digits here, 3, 4 digits. I'm not sure. I'm not sure whether that's all right or not. Presumably, I'm meant to be able to just sort this out in my brain. My poor old brain is resisting me today. Okay. That's got to be red or purple by dint of the diamond. We know they add up to 11, and they're not 2, 9 or 3, 8. So this is either 5, 6 or 4, 7 now. So that's either 4, 5, 6 or 7. Let's think about this then. So what about if there was no green up here? Because we couldn't have a green down here. 1, 2, 3. Oh, but that could be grey. Oh no, hang on. I've got to be very careful. Or maybe I can't work out whether I want there to be a green up here or I don't. Because I can't... These 2 digits are definitely not green or blue or grey. My brain is telling me I want this to be orange, but I don't know if that's for a good reason or not. An articulatable reason. Yeah, okay, I see it. I see it, but I don't see it the way I thought I was going to see it. I'm going to look at row 4. Now, in row 4, we've definitely got 2 different digits here, which are red and purple. That's 2 different digits, and a 3rd digit here, which is green. So if there was no green in here, we'd have orange and a blue or a grey, and that would be 5 different digits. So one of these is green, which means neither of these is green. And now I've got 4 different digits in this column already. I've got green, blue, thingy, and red, with thingy as the technical term for orange and grey. So these squares have to be thingy and red. Oh, and thingy. Look at this. This is weird. Yeah, so these are the 4 different colours. They have to go here, and they must not be the same as these. So if this was grey, this would have to be a grey-red pair, which is impossible. So that's got to be orange, which is what I thought it was going to be. That's now not orange. This is now not green. And this column, this domino at the bottom is made up of orange and red, and orange can't repeat in the bottom row. So that's orange, that's red. We've got blue appearing here, so that can't be blue. That's probably been available for ages. I just didn't see it. Okay, well that's made me feel better, because at least we've understood some things about the world. Right, so now that's got to be grey, doesn't it? Because otherwise I've got 1, 2, 3. When I add purple in, I've got a 4th colour. This would be a 5th colour in row 4. So this is grey, which means that is, yes, grey. This is therefore definitely not grey. And we now know that orange is bigger because it's the one in the 18 gauge. So that's 3, that's 3, that's 3, that's 2, that's 2. That one is 2, and because it's got to be different by a dot, which means that's grey. We don't know about those. Can't do Sudoku. That's 2. Wow, that's 2. That's 2. Oh, that's a real breakthrough. Come on, let's go. Okay, well now, can I compare this with this? Yes. Right, red. Red is the difference between a 20 gauge and a 25 gauge. Look, because those 4 colours are the same as those 4 colours. So these 4 colours end up to 20. So that's a 5, which means that's a 5. Right, now we can get rid of 4 and 7 as an option here. We know that this domino adds up to 11, and it's got a 5 in it. So that's a 5-6 pair. That we know that's 3. But do we know anything about blue? I don't know. We probably do, but I don't know how to tell. That cage, it doesn't matter, does it? I mean, that cage is the same as that cage, so it adds up to 20, but... Oh, okay. Yeah, that's interesting. So we do know that green plus blue is equal to 17. Sorry, is equal to 15. Green plus blue is equal to 15. Right, so I know that they're 7 and 8. And I know that because I know that 6 is purple. And there's no purple in these dominoes that add up to 15. So these are 7 and 8. Good Lord. I mean, this is very clever, actually. It really is. So all of these... this is so weird. All of these are 7s and 8s. And blue, wherever we find it, is also a 7 or an 8. That digit... I don't know. Have we used 6 colours now? I feel like we have. Yeah, we've used 6 colours. Okay, so in this cage here, this is a 9-cell cage. But these 3 colours and these 3 colours must be the 6 colours we've used in the grid, because they all have to be different, those cells. So they're all in the same cage. And they can only belong to the colour scheme that we've already got in rows 1, 2, 3, 4, columns 1, 2, 3, 4. So these are a set of the colours we've already had. Now, well, okay, so blue can't appear in this row and must appear in one of those. Orange can't appear in this row, so orange must appear in one of these. Grey has appeared, along with red or purple. I'm trying to tell if... do I know where the green is in this string? I mean, the green could be there. Yeah, see, if the green's there, that would have to be the purple. And then the red would be in one of these. But if that's red, then purple has to go here, and green would be in one of these. So I'm not sure that we know the answer to that. So maybe I've got to get rid of that shading then, because otherwise I'll just think that those colours are the only ones that live there, and they're not at all. Wow, okay, so I mean, I've got another 25 cage there. I mean, is that trying to tell me it's got the same colours in it as this one? That feels unlikely to be necessarily true. It could well be true, but I don't think it necessarily has to be true. Then we've got another 9-cell cage here, look. So everything in this cage has to be different. Oh, wow. Okay, where is green in this 9-cell cage? This one here. Where is our green colour? Now, it can't be here because column 9 must have a different colour in every cell. It can't be in these three because column 8 has already had its repeat. So everything else is different in this column. So it's not in those. And the same logic works in those squares. So that's green. That's 7 or 8. That's really, I mean, that's very clever setting actually, because you're so, well, at least I've been so focused up here that to find digits that you can actually place in the bottom right is very peculiar. We've also got a 35 cage here, which is 7 cells large. So that might be interesting. Well, that's, yeah, that is interesting. Oh, or is it? Hang on. It's nearly interesting, definitely. I can't quite... I'm on the verge of a clever deduction there. I can't quite see it. What I'm thinking about is the secret. The secret is something I share with only my very favourite people. But if you're watching this video, of course you're one of those people. The secret is that 9 different Sudoku digits sum to 45. Now this is 7 different Sudoku digits and it sums to 35. So the 2 digits that are missing from this cage sum to 10. And therefore, there is definitely a 5 in this cage. Actually, that does do it. It does do it. It gives me that digit. It can't be missing a 5. Because if it was missing a 5, the second digit would have to be missing would also be 5. And that would imply those 2 digits were not the same digit, and yet they are. So, there is a 5 in this cage. And by Sudoku, which I can do, I am allowed to do Sudoku on precisely 1 row and precisely 1 column in this puzzle. And I can do Sudoku on this row. I can't repeat 5 in it. So the 5 must be in one of those squares. One of these squares is red. And it can't repeat in the column. So that square is a 6. That square is a red 5 standing by. That square is now red 5. That's huge. That is huge for a different reason. Because if that's red 5, now we have to think about the fact that these 6 digits have to be the 6 different colours that we've got in the puzzle so far. And the only place purple 6 can go is here. Because if purple 6 goes there, it's a 5th colour in column 4. So that's purple 6. These squares now are green, blue, they're green, blue, and orange, which we haven't put in these squares. So these are green, blue, and orange. That's green, blue, or orange. Oh, green, blue, or orange. These are 3 new colours that we haven't yet polluted the grid with. Right, okay, that's useful. Yes, so I'm going to look at these colours now. We're going to have to award them some colourage to look at them properly. So what colours have I not used? I've not used black, I've not used lime green, and I've not used yellow. So those are my only options for colours for these cells. But the crucial point is that this is in row 5 of the grid. So this is 1, 2, 3 different colours. The dark green is the 4th different colour, and this square, which is blue or grey, is the 5th different colour. So this square cannot be orange, or it would be a 6th different colour. So that means this is orange now in this 20 cage. This square is not allowed to be orange, we've just said. Yeah, and we can do that again. If this was blue, this couldn't be blue by dint of the white dot. So if this was blue, this would be grey, and we'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different colours. So this has to be green, and that's connected with a white dot to either... Well, it can't be connected by white dot to a 2, because then green would be too small. We know green is 7 or 8. So that's actually now got to be blue. So this is a 7-8 pair. That's a 7 or an 8. This is now not blue because it would repeat in its box. So that's grey. That's 3 colours we've got in the next row down, which we'll go to in a minute. Green has appeared here, so these are not green. So this is not green by dint of this purple dot. And in this column now, we've got 1, 2, 3, we've got 4 different colours, but it's in column 5. So that, if that could be orange and be the 5th different colour. Wow, okay. Now, what on earth do we do next? I am not sure. That's yellow by dint of the purple dot there. So the composition of this cage is different from the composition of this cage because we've got a totally new colour in it. This cage has 2 digits missing, which sum to 10. We know that orange is 3, don't we? How are we going to work out what gets missed out of this 35 cage? I haven't got a clue. Wow, I don't know. Let's think about... This column has to be full of different digits. This column has to be full of different digits. Now that's of no surprise. These 3 digits obviously already had to be different because they were in this cage. This is a lime green attaching to something by white dottage. What digits have we got at the moment identified? We've got 2s, 3s, 5s and 6s. So we can't put 1 here because that would need to be next to a 2. Oh no, actually, why couldn't we do that? No, I think I'm just wrong. That's just plain wrong, actually. I was thinking maybe I could use the fact that I know roughly about 2s, 3s, 5s and 6s. In fact, I know about 2s, 3s, 5s, 6s, 7s and 8s, don't I? So they are, okay. So these digits are 1, 4 and 9. Sorry, I hadn't thought about this at all. 1, 4, in terms of the actual size of those 3 digits. They're 1, 4 and 9. So this digit is, maybe it is 2. Or maybe it's 3, because it could well be 3. 3 is definitely an available colour in this position. 5 would be a red digit. Or 8, which would be a blue or a green digit. I don't know. It's going to be something to do with keeping a careful tally, isn't it? Of which rows and columns we're sort of full up on in terms of colour. So this row, we've had all our different colours in. See, do I really have to colour these in? Which, if I do this, this would be yellow, lime green, black, red and blue. Those are the options for those squares. I suppose, yeah, okay. But this one can't be red or blue because they've appeared. Sorry, did I say red and blue? I meant green and blue. This one can't be green. Can I get rid of anything else from there? So that's actually that is one of the new colours. So that is a 1, 4 or a 9. I don't know. That doesn't seem to be too tricky. Wow. Right, so I've got something else. This row, that's got 3 greens in it. Oh, that's huge. Well, I'm not necessarily huge, but it's something. And the reason I say it is good. It is good. It is good because this row must have 7 unique digits in it. But if it has 1 digit that's repeated twice, all the other digits have to be different. So that has to be, this has to not be green, and therefore it's a 3. This now must be not orange. So this is blue, and that can't repeat in this case. So this is very clever. So now this has become orange, which means these 2 digits are now 3. Now, does that mean that can't be 3? Yes, it does, because it would repeat in the cage. It doesn't tell us what this is still. But that's still good. That's still good. That's still better than we were doing. He says, and then tries to work out exactly what this means. This is 7 or 8, isn't it? And we have to make sure that as we complete this row, it is with totally new colours throughout. Also, look at this column now. I've got my 5 different colours. I've got green, blue, grey, black and orange. So everything below this has to be from these cells. Well, I'm just going to fully colour it, I'm afraid, and hope that somehow or other we can perform some Sudoku trickery. We know that this is a new colour in its row. So it is not green, it is not blue, it is not orange. So it's either black or grey. Now if it's grey, it's on a dot, look. So it would be a 2, this would be a 1 or a 3. But this digit, again, it has the same sort of profile. It can't be green and it can't be orange, because they've already appeared and row 8 has already had its repeated thingy in it. Now if this was blue, it would be 7 or 8. Oh, I see. So this would make this probably 9, 8, a 9, 8 pair. That might work. This can't be orange and it can't be green. So what does that mean then? I don't know. I've got, oh yes, okay. So now I've got to put, in this 9-cell cage, I've got to put red in it somewhere. Now, yeah, that's fine, isn't it? Where does red go? I hadn't actually appreciated this about column 7 to this point, but I can. We know this column can't have another red in it because it's already had its repeat. So red is not here. Red is not here. Red is not here. Could red be here? Well, that would mean that column 7 has 3 repeats in it, and that's not possible. There should only be 2 repeats. So that is not red. So this is red, and it's a red 5. A Luke Skywalker digit. Now, does that mean, yeah, that means that's not red, because we've already had our repeat in row 8. Now, so has that done something to this column? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've had, no, 6. Yeah, it does. So we've had our 6 different colours now in column 6, which means that this digit has to be a colour we've already had. And we haven't had grey in this column, so it cannot be a 2. We have had 5, so it could be 5. And we have had 8, so it could be 8. So this digit is either green, blue, or red. I don't know what that means. And if it can't be 1 here, so this is not a 1. So lime green is 4 or 9. Might be important. We've had okay, so we are. I think I must also label up these digits with all the options, which are green, blue, orange, purple, lime green, and red. Okay, and now what can we delete from these? That can't be dark green or orange or blue. So that one becomes either red, yellow, no, that's lime green, not yellow, red, lime green or purple. This one can't be green or orange or red. Oh no. I don't know what that means. Okay. Have we got all the colours of the rainbow going on in this row? We have got 3 repeating many times. But I think it can afford one. We can afford one more repeat in this row, can't we? It's row 6. Yeah, so I could have one more repeat. 1, 2, 3. Yeah. We don't know yet. I don't think. Goodness me. Right. So, what on earth am I meant to do now? Okay. Where is orange in this 9-cell region? It's got to appear in it. I don't think it can be here because this row won't have enough unique digits. So orange is in one of these 2 squares, and it can't then repeat again in this column because we've already had repeated green. So orange being in one of these makes this have to be grey, and then this has to be orange, and then this is a 2, this is a 3. And that is really important because now I cannot put 3 in my 35 cage, which means the other digit, which, because we know the complement of 3 must add up to 10, so that the 2 digits missing from the 35 cage give us 45 in total once we add the missing digits. There is no 7 in here. Now 7 is either green. Oh goodness, I've just noticed something really obvious. I didn't see this. This is absolutely moronic. Look, of course green is never in the 35 cage, because green has already appeared in row 9 and column 9, which is the one place I'm allowed to do Sudoku. So green is now 7, wherever it appears. Let's just double. I see, I have to be a bit careful. Anything where it's got 2 colours, I can't label it with 7. But all of those are 7, and that one I've got to be careful with. Now, that means that blue, wherever it appears individually, is 8. Now, that feels like it might do something, but maybe not. So blue, okay, this is great. This is great, actually. Blue, we now know, must appear in the 35 cage because it's the dark green that doesn't. And that cell, that 8 then, must be in one of those squares where it can't then repeat in row 9. So that is not blue. This is not blue, so that is grey. This is blue. And that blue we know we've just discovered is 8. It can't repeat in this row, so that's therefore. So these are now grey and black, but that's grey, so that's not grey. So that's black, and it can't repeat in this case, so that's grey. Grey can't be on a white dot with itself, so this is black. And black we know is 1, 4, or 9. And grey we know is 2, so that's very useful. So grey is 2, black has become 1, which means yellow is not 1 anymore. Okay, now we can repeat this trick. We can now say, in fact, no, we can't. Well, we can say that this is still useful. These 3 digits, which are 1, 2, and 5, all have to appear in the 35 case. It's only 3 and 7 that don't. So these squares are now a 1, 2, 5 triple, and that we are allowed to perform Sudoku on this row. So these squares are a 4, 9 pair. And 4 or 9 is yellow or lime green. So this is not black, which might be good. This is therefore yellow or lime green. I've already had, look, the black digit has already appeared in this 9 cell cage. This is really clever. It's not. It's got elements of everything. It has got a tiny bit of Sudoku in it, but it's also got a bit of maths, a bit of plain old logic. I love it. It's brilliant. No, yeah. Oh well. No, I thought I could. I thought I might be able to get blue in this cage, but I don't think I can actually. I know these 3 digits are. Well, yeah, we've had the repeat. We've had the repeat in row 8. It's been repeated already, so this can't be 2 or 5. It would be a second repeat. So that's 1, which we know is the black digit. So these are not 1. These are, in fact, a 2, 5 pair, which is a grey. This is a grey and a 2. Now, okay, maybe what we do now is label these digits up by Sudoku, which is a weird thing to say in this puzzle. So these are 4, 6, 8, and 9. Now, what can we get rid of? Anything, maybe? I don't know, actually. In this column, haven't we got all the colours in this column? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yes. So we know this digit should be a digit that we've already had. So this has to be 6 or 8, I think. And 6 or 8, what colours are they? That's purple and blue, so it can't be lime green. Why is that? No, I think I'm just plain wrong. Lime green is 4 or 9. That's fine. No, I think I was just being dense there. Is there a problem with this being a 4 from the perspective of making this add up to enough? Maybe 8, 17. This would have to be 8 and 9. That is really annoying. That actually works, I think. So I'm thinking if this is 4 and this is an 8-9 pair, I'm not sure that doesn't work. What is, what's purple? 6. Yeah, I'm going to claim this can't be purple. Because if this is purple and it's 6, those add up to 10. These two have to add up to 15, and they don't have the options to do that. So that's not purple. I'm also going to claim, actually, that this can't be 5 now. Because if this is 5, this is definitely 8. And then we've got 13, 14, 17. And this needs to be an 8, which it can't be. So this square is in fact forced to be lime green, and it's 4 or 9. Which gives us a 4-9 pair in this box, which add up to... So this is going to be 8, isn't it? We're going to have 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. This has to be 8. Now 8 we know is the blue digit. So that's blue, which means this is now... So we now know lime green is 9. We now know that these digits have to be 4. We can't do Sudoku on this digit. We can... This cage now works. We're probably going to have to count colours again, I think. Yeah. Have we got... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5... We only need one more repeat digit in this row. That's annoying. It could just be a 2 here. That would do it. This row, we know that's fine, isn't it? What about... this column I can do something with. Because I've got a repeated 4 and a repeated 7. I'm not allowed any more repeated digits, am I? In column 7. So that's got to be 8. And everything else in this column can't be a repeated digit this time. So that digit is going to be useful at last. That can't be 8, we've had it. It can't be 4, we've had it. Oh no. So it's 6 or 9. I don't believe it. Alright, let's try these digits then. We've had our repeat, haven't we? So these have to be not repeating digits. So they are no, we've had 3. Well, they're not. So they could be 4, 6, or 9. 4, 6, or 9. These. But again, this digit can't be a repeat in this column, so it's not allowed to be 4. So this is 6 or 9, and these are a 6-9 pair. They are different. This digit is... I don't know. We don't know anything about that digit, I don't think. But if that's 6 or 9... What? So what have I not put in this box yet? I've not put in 3. So 3 is in one of those squares. I've not put in... I might have put in 4. We don't know. I've not... 8 is the other one, isn't it? There's got to be an 8 in one of these. So maybe we can rule... Oh, that doesn't look very good. Well, the 8, yeah, the 8 can't go here because it would be a set. We've already got our repeated 7 doing duty in that row. Yeah, but the 8 might be able to repeat in this row rather than the 2, annoyingly. This can't be a 3. because if it's a 3, it's a second repeat, and we've already had the double repeat of the 7. So in fact, that is a 3-8 pair. They're the only places 3 and 8 can go, which means this is 4, 6, or 9 to complete this 9-cell cage. Now, can that be? It can't be 9, because we've had 9, we've had the repeat here. So this is 4 or 6 now. Oh, no, we can't get chocolate teapotted in this. Can we? I don't know. Oh, woe is... Okay, here is a tiny point. Whether this is 3 or 8, it is a repeat in this row. So it will act as sort of the 4th repeat we're allowed, because we've had 2 repeats in the form of the 2-3 or 3-3, so 2 repeats. That will either be a 3rd repeat, or it will be a repeated 8. So this must not be another repeat. So that's got to be a 5, because we've got to have enough unique digits here. Let's just double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is not a repeat, and we need another new digit. So that is 5. That's 2. 5 is the red digit. Therefore, this is the grey digit. Now... see, that hasn't really improved our lot in life, has it? Oh, can I perform... Yeah, I can probably do the same thing on this row, actually. I've got to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've got to have 5 individual digits. 1, 2, 3, 4. This isn't a repeat, so that goes out. So this is a fifth. This is the 5th digit, so this must be the same. Otherwise, we're going to have 6 uniques. Let's just check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That would be if that was a 3, it would be a 6th repeat. So this is a 3. 3 is orange. 8 is blue. Oh, we must know that digit now. Sure, I've got the whole of the column figured out. So this is the 6th column, so we need 6 unique digits. And at the moment, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We have got those 6 repeat digits. We can't have a new digit. Yeah, so this can't be 4. It would be another new digit. But whether it's 6, 8, or 9, because we've had those in the column, it doesn't affect it. These... Oh, hang on. What is going on? Sorry, I realise I've just stopped talking. Let me just try and figure this out. 9, 4, 9. Now what do I need? I need these to not be the same, don't I? Yeah, I mean, you can't make this a 9, I can see that. It's quite difficult, actually, to see how to finish this, but I can tell you this can't be a 9. Because if it is a 9, in column 9, you're going to have to put a 9 here. Because we can't, obviously this can't be, if this is a 9, this can't also be a 9 within this 9-cell cage. But we also know that we're going to have to put a 9 in this column. In fact, that's even clearer if we clear out this, because we can't have repeated digits in this column. So 9 here, 9 here. Where do we put the 9 in this column? Now, I'm just going to double check this. But I think it has to go there and breaks the fact that this must only have 1 9 in its cage. But that relies on this not also being able to be 9. That's right. Yeah, these can't be the same digit because we've already had the repeated digit in row 8. So it is true. That is not 9 because you get 2 9s here. So that is 6. That's 9. Oh, actually, I'm just going to double check that. That's true, isn't it? Yeah, I've had my 2 repeats in column 7. So everything else has to be different. So therefore this becomes a 4 in the corner. That becomes a 9 by Sudoku, which I'm allowed to do in this column. Now in this cage I'm allowed to do Sudoku, so that becomes a 4. We've had our repeat in column 8, so these lose their ability. We've had a 9 in that cage, so that becomes a 6. We've had our repeat in this column, so that becomes a 9. And that is now an 8, I think. And we just have to colour everything up now, and I think that we are done. That's absolutely extraordinary. Not easy, I hasten to add, at least not for me. What's 8? 8's the blue digit. That's lime green, and 6's were purple. What a mad grid! Yes, it's right. 59 people in 3 days. Wow, blackjackfitz. That is crazy. That is crazy. That is not really a Sudoku, is it? I don't know what to. I don't know. It's so strange because you can start to do a bit of Sudoku the further you get in the puzzle. But at the start, you really can't, and you mustn't do Sudoku. So it becomes more. It's a Sudoku that sort of becomes more a Sudoku. It starts off as not a Sudoku, and then becomes a Sudoku the more you do of it. I don't know whether the title of the video could be something like the Sudoku, the non-Sudoku that becomes a Sudoku over time. That's really clever, though. Very unusual, very clever. I'm not surprised people are recommending it. Some people are saying, yeah, it's their favourite puzzle of the year so far. I get it. I get it. Let me know in the comments what you think. I enjoy the comments, especially when they're kind. And do come and join us on the stream. Well, if you've watched this video on normal playback speed, it really won't be far away. It will be about 18 minutes away. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.